falls across the wooden floor. I lay out the earth and stones behind the door. Gentle fingers touch the velvet green so deep. I lay out the earth and stones behind the door. Gentle fingers touch the velvet green so deep. Waking up the tiny life that was fast asleep. Inside this hollow sphere where time begins to slow, a miniature forest starts its steady glow. Soft moss breathing in the palm of my hand. Through the glass I see a silent land, washed in the rising sun, golden and new, transparent moments where the dreams come through. Everything is moist and the world feels wide, with this newfound space growing deep inside. Soft moss breathing in the palm of my hand. Through the glass I see a silent land, washed in the rising sun, golden and new, transparent moments where the dreams come through. Everything is moist and the world feels wide, with this newfound space growing deep inside. No heavy clocks are ticking on the wall, just a piece of watching shadows leaning tall. Mist all the surface like a veil of silver lace, finding my own rhythm at a steady pace. The grit and the moisture and the onward stain, healing all the parts that were dry with pain. Soft moss breathing in the palm of my hand. Through the glass
最後までご視聴いただきありがとうございました。今回の動画では苔の種類ごとの植え付け方について詳しく解説しました。概要欄に苔の種類ごとの目次を入れておきますので、この種類の苔もう一度見たいなと思ったらそこをタップしてください。そしてお知らせです。33種類の苔の植え方育て方をそれぞれ解説したもっと部屋で楽しむ小さな苔の森、こちらが出版になりました。苔ごとの特性を詳しく知りたいぞという方はこの本を読んで勉強してください。この動画を見てテラリウムに苔を植えてみたいなと思ったら高評価ボタン、チャンネル登録お願いします。では次回の動画もお楽しみに。